Okay, so I just got this wing in the mail yesterday. It's an off-brand wing. If anyone's familiar with Duraflex stuff, it tends to ship kind of shitty. So I've got some bondo on here. There was a small stress crack, so I did some JB weld. I put socks around that clamp because this clamp is super tight and I didn't want it to crack it because it's just fiberglass. This had a small crack forming, so I just bondoed this and sanded this down. Small chip here I bondoed and sanded down. Little slot here that I have to test fit to get the windshield washer fluid out. I put the bondo on the crack. I just kind of shaped around the crack. Basically what I did was I just kind of went out further than it really is, so I have plenty of room to correct with sandpaper. This stuff only takes a little bit to dry. It's very easy to work with, so. That part that I was just showing is going to have to be sanded and primed like I have here. It already comes pre-primed, but it's very rough, so I sanded this down and I primed it. So this is the main fin that hangs off the back of the car. This had a crack in it on the left side, and it had a crack in it on the right side. The screws that they provided were too tall, and they kind of started to come out of the fiberglass, so it cracked. All this dust is not the best conditions to paint in, but it was 350 bucks. I know that the regular ones are supposed to be like 750 to 800 bucks. Okay, so obviously you're going to hear everybody say the same thing. You have to do really thin light coats. Okay, it's about 9:30 a.m. It's like 27 degrees. I'm gonna try to test fit this wing, and I gotta get some tools to take it off and drill out for the washer spout. All this stuff is held in by pins. I already took off all the plastic shit, whatever the hell that shit is. No screws, you just pull it off by hand. So the wing is held on. Bolt here, bolt in here, bolt in here, bolt here. I think there might be some in here, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so now that it's off, I'll tell you exactly what I had to do. So there was 4 bolts where I had told you before, but there's also pins. So where I thought they were also bolts, they were pins. So there's 3 pins. And then this guy, this little boot here for the washer and the brake light comes out very easily if you pull it out from the outside of the car. Don't try to push it through on the inside because that's just ridiculous. So the washer spout just comes out, you just pop it with the flathead. These as well, you pop these with a flathead, and there's Phillips head screws in here. I gotta drill this out. I have to somehow figure out this because this is obviously not the same size as that. Okay, so the spout is actually just in with a very small like clipping system. There's a little clip on the back of this, and it just kind of forces through here, and once that goes through, these clips open up and then it holds it in place. So I'm not gonna have to cut out that big, which is sweet. Final coats are on. Wing is essentially done being painted. This just got its last coat right here. So all the cracks and stuff have been done. This had to get repainted because I tried wet sanding it. The polish I used was just garbage. It just kind of ruined it, so I had to repaint those. Okay, so we're going on about a month later. This wing is finished for the most part. Well, it doesn't fit. I guess that's what you get for getting knockoff stuff. The seller was nice enough to give me back my money. He didn't even ask for it back. I sent them pictures. The left side is way higher up than the right side. He gave me back my money and he just said, keep the product. Why bother sending it? Because if it doesn't fit your car, it's not going to fit somebody else's car. So this is a Duraflex wing. I know that Duraflex sells a lot of knockoff stuff in a lot of different places, so I would just avoid their stuff. Obviously, that's probably common sense, but 2011 WRX hatchback, Duraflex wing. At least in my case, it didn't fit.